me walking, trailing, watch the sunset and the moon and start to feel you cross the river and sit on the beach. Quiet times in the city can never be me. So
the fuck are you fucking doing?
why don't you come around here?
You're not hacker. You've been at this for the last 30 minutes straight. You're not a hacker. You think you're doing some kind of psyop hack thing? Buddy, you're fucking retarded. You don't know how to use a fucking computer. Please, keep fucking trying to bring up apps. I'm still, don't fucking do it, buddy. The fuck is wrong with you? You are fucking buddy. If you fuck it up, I just disappear and come back later. Jesus Christ, you're fucking stupid.
And I can do my thing, no we can do a thing.
Guard and goalie Hunter Meese.
Do your thing, and I can do a thing, no we can do a thing. It's showtime, your time to shine. Escalating at a pace, no time to be
34 minutes straight of this bullshit. ISP access, don't kid yourself. These people have the backdoor codes to the ISP. It's pretty damn apparent what's happening. It's not anything I can make happen from this end of the internet connection if I wanted to. The angry pedo is going to prove his point. Keep talking all the time. Every fucking word possible. That's the best way to cover your tracks, bro. That way no one will know you're the angry, righteous pedophile. Fuck. I'll just do it all over again, you fucking
Why don't you come around here and I'll make you feel right at home. From the couch to the floor, we'll be in the zone. Let's get it on till the dawn arises. Kissing in the midst of the prey horizons of the moon. Chemistry is what I'm feeling from you. A perfect love story with a rough draft prelude. I wanna make it right and follow right through. Honey, breakfast in bed is something I can do for you.
explain what's happening here.
Tip of my tongue and I can get it done. So baby, give me some and I can give you some. Then we can go from there. Keep it PG, but you see what I mean. Let's go full walk, let me walk and trail and watch the sunset and the moon and start to feel the rocks by the river and sit on the beach. Quiet times in the city can never be beat. So baby, you can do your thing and I can do my thing. No, we can do a thing. Say baby, you can do your thing. So do your thing and I can do my thing. No, we can do a thing. It's showtime, your time to shine. Escalating at a pace, got no time to be blind. I get it, got it good. You're doing what you shouldn't. Let me tell you that you were misunderstood. I'm doing my thing, you're doing yours. Making life happen and dreaming of the lows. You're dreaming of the end, I'm dreaming more towards. And I think it's very sexy when you show me your full force. Addressing, caressing, get the best of me. I can be your best friend if you let me see what you believe. Honestly, the perfect life could be that, honey. I'll support you in the front row seats. And baby, you can do your thing. And I can do a thing, no, we can do a thing. Say, baby, you can do your thing. So do your thing, and I can do a thing, no, we can do a thing. Baby, you can do your thing. And I can do a thing, no, we can do a thing. Say, baby, you can do your thing. So do your thing, and I can do a thing, no, we can do a thing.
Everything is taken fucking under.
Why don't you come around here and I'll make you feel right at home? From the couch to the floor, we'll be in the zone. Let's get it on till the dawn arises. Kissing in the midst of the prairie horizons and the moon. Chemistry is what I'm feeling from you. A perfect love story with a rough draft prelude. I wanna make it right and follow right through. Honey, breakfast in bed is something I can do for you. Eat mangoes from the tip of my tongue, and I can get it on. So baby, give me some, and I can give you some.
Ruthless manner, which he dealt to those who might stand in his way. First, he and his gang robbed the bank in Fort River in broad daylight.
Everybody, line up. Mr. Hold up. Here, you can't come in here. Shut up, you. Now, if anybody else wants to object, speak up. The next one will get a bullet. All right. You go get the goal while we keep these men quiet. Right, Kirk. Red Line, get the goal. Get away with this. The money will get you sooner or later.
I told you to keep quiet, didn't I? This will make you keep your mouth shut. How you coming, Sammy? Good. Now let's get out of here and thanks. They were too tough. We're taking their findings.
I did quick there. So who's on my Wi-Fi if it's not me? Oh, oh, I can't even get a live phone line or broadband. And then it takes 20 minutes to connect, and then the machine turns off and won't start up again. And yeah, it's one thing after another, after another, after another. 3 times in a row, the fucking mic won't pick up. One thing after another, after another. You guys are so creative. You're all using the exact same codes from the exact same chat room. You don't want to admit you hang out on it. You'll get caught on that site, I'm sure of it. Regular people don't fuck around with these types of codes.
From the couch to the floor, we'll be in the zone. Let's get it on till the dawn arises. Kissing in the midst of the prairie horizons and the moon. Chemistry is what I'm feeling from you. A perfect love story with a rough draft prelude. I wanna make it right and follow right through. Honey, breakfast in bed is something I can do for you. Eat your mangoes from the tip of my tongue, and I can get it on. So baby, give me some, and I can give you some, then we can go from there. Keep it PG, but you see what I mean. Let's go for a walk, let me walk and trail and watch the sunset and the moon and sunset wheels get rocks by the river and sit on the beach. Quiet times in the city can never be beat. So baby, you can do your thing, and I can do my thing. No, we can do a thing. Say, baby, you can do your thing. So do your thing, and I can do a thing. No, we can do a thing. It's showtime, your time to shine. Escalating at a pace, got no time to be blind. I get it, got it good. You're doing what you should, and let me tell you that you ain't misunderstood. I'm doing my thing, and you're doing yours. Making life happen and dreaming of the lows. You're dreaming and being, I'm dreaming more towards. And I think it's very sexy when you show me a full force and dress and caress and get the best of me. I can be your best friend if you let me see what you believe. Honestly, the perfect life could be. Then honey, I'll support you when the front row seats. And baby, you can do your thing, and I can do a thing. No, we can do a thing. Say, baby, you can do your thing. So do your thing, and I can do a thing. No, we can do a thing. Baby, you can do your thing, and I can do a thing. No, we can do a thing. Say, baby, you can do your thing. So do your thing, and I can do a thing. No, we can do a thing.
What's that Alice in Wonderland shit? I want to do this once more, but only for a few seconds. Jesus Christ! What just happened here? Oh, is there a drop of water on there?
Feel right at home. From the couch to the floor, we'll be in the zone. Let's get it on till the dawn arises. Kissing in the midst of the prairie horizons and the moon. Chemistry is what I'm feeling from you. A perfect love story with a rough draft prelude. I wanna make it right and follow right through. Honey, breakfast in bed is something I can do for you.
You people are the reason you people get killed. Never try to put that blame on nobody else. Half-ass, half-stepping, fucking halfway, fucking
sit on the beach, quiet times in the city can never be beat. So baby, you can do your thing, and I can do my thing. And we can do our thing. Say, baby, you can do your thing. So do your thing, and I can do my thing. And we can do our thing. It's showtime, your time to shine. Escalating in a pace, I don't touch me blind. I get it, got it good. You're doing what you shouldn't. Let me tell you.
fucking hell. Like anything I'm doing it. Wow, you're creative, bro. You're creative. You're creative. I know you got a fixation with closed eyes and open mouth. You touch people when they're sleeping. Is that what it is? Is that your pathology? Because see, I'm not a profiler. I don't give a fuck about it. Profiling wouldn't exist if people like me were in charge. Profile what? It's in the box.
He was riding like a chauffeur. Planet of the apes, I was blood clot cold. Broke pop, come with a strap, swing off the shoulder. In the coffin, shutting the letters, giving you closure. You ever get close, something coming out the holster. People ride the train, they're gonna see you on the poster. We poster, but you never tackle when we approach. Get the black on one line, and now you're doing the most. Kill him in my yard, nigga, like I could host. Didn't notice they pull guns when you thought you could roast. Just a dose. Know you love niggas, need some milligrams. Sitting with a milli, he be posting it on Instagram. Dutch says, love me, selling quarters out the kilogram. Chrome polish so good, swear I used the pillow pack, baby. Fried chicken, oxtail gravy. Shaking up the crown like an earthquake in Haiti. Stop running around, like how you niggas don't see me, you galley. Played yourself trying to play me. Said I wasn't sick, but I'm sick though. I give you gangster rap or calypso. We never stop eating like it's a pit bull. And young boy can't stop squeezing, he got his we with the hammers. Shreddy in the kitchen, chicken like Louisiana. I'm chilling like Diana. I go to sleep with a rifle in my pajamas. I was childish, but my Gambino no Atlanta. Gunshot for your head top. Niggas that want me in the soul lane. My brothers do clips, my gun black and I spit like old days. 4 white boys who let it sing like Coldplay. I sat back and got a flashback on my old ways like blocker. 30 shots up in the fucking chopper. He got shot but shot back and couldn't see the doctor. Nigga bled out, cause nigga how it's better. Remembering the day my brother got it, couldn't get him. So I went and got a Mac 11, see me just a wet up. And 2 bad light-skinned bitches with a sweater. My city getting crazy and nigga. Moms losing their babies. I know the pain to have to carry my nigga. To a place to get to bury my nigga. Fuck, but since then, we got a couple head to bury the trigger. Like what I keep a gun for. Cause in these streets, it's a blood sport. Not to mention links from the gun store. You shouldn't have brought him here. The kitchen bodies here. As soon as niggas slap that metal on that ball of mirror. I need no one. I'll blast it by myself. And I'll keep beating metal to the plastic on his nose. Shoot shots to the pin break. Niggas been fake. And my target is that big J. Shotgun test, head off his body. But I'm a top aimer. You know me, I'll take his head off his body. Full shirt looking like ketchup. Gunshot liquor. 50 dead when my boy smoke a coke. Your homie got hit, he was riding like the chauffeur. Planet of the apes, I was blood clot cold. Broke pop, come with a strap, swing off the shoulder.
That's that fluid that's always in my room. It's normal. Let's get back to what
First, we celebrate.
Yeah. Nigga like me, man.
Niggas sleeping on me, wake up, I'm out in the casket. Fucking yellow gold on my neck, look like an omelet. I'm like MJ, these niggas did it wrong. They don't care, really, they were that ball. I'm like, hit his block, walk up.
competition is my idol. I'm killing them, these niggas suicidal. I live the double like busting guns and reading Bible. Green with a black brush. I'm getting bread, these niggas bitches give a breadcrumbs. I'm rocking niggas in my city, got a pretty tongue. I'm shitting on the road, kicking up. My lifestyle, check yours, don't compare it. Ronnie, he will rock a man to sleep, don't get dirty. I'm always speaking in the third person, cause there's three of me. One's a dope boy, a rapper, other he just shooting me. I just run up on him, don't get caught, screaming DGC. I just run up on him, light him up like a Christmas tree.
They told me them wicks and nicks.
Hello, just calling.
The government, we're here to help ourselves to your stuff.
Batman, 19 shoot in the back. Hey. Why just Batman 2019? Now we live fuck that shit. Now you live or we're down. No, you're
This shit getting screwed up.
hey.
YG back from the tracks, my crack shit, scraps on the stack. Niggas don't love you, that's a fact. The Mac, no cheese, God bless me, no sneeze. Niggas see me in breeze. Sorry, no shit, tease. Got strapped to the slap, it moving like a stack. Relax, just rack, put them in a box, no jack. Roll one deep, never need a pack. Hey.
With all due respect. Feel the energy.
I'm just dealing with my boys and I get hit. It's so woke, so woke, so woke. I'm just dealing with my boys and I get hit. It's so woke, so woke, so woke. I'm just dealing with my boys and I get hit. It's so woke, so woke, so woke. I'm just dealing with my boys and I get hit. It's so woke,
Eating
so
soup,
woke, so woke.
Oh, motherfucker.
I'm just dealing with my boys and I get hit. It's so woke, so woke, so woke. I'm just dealing with my boys and I get hit. It's so woke, so woke, so woke. I'm just dealing with my boys and I get hit. It's so woke, so woke, so woke. I'm just dealing with my boys and I get hit. It's so woke, so woke, so woke.
Screw that, and screw you.
Dealing with my boys and I get hit. It's so woke, so woke, so woke. I'm just dealing with my boys and I get hit. It's so woke, so woke, so woke. I'm just dealing with my boys and I get hit. It's so woke, so woke, so woke. I'm just dealing with my boys and I get hit. It's so woke, So woke, so woke.
Hey, yo, Stick. Get this shit out on the news, man. Stick.
10,000 law enforcement officers. All I have in this world is my...
This week, Big Law Matters receives federal funding to intervene in the environmental assessment of the Valentine's.
I'm over here fucking with TF Traffic in Florida. I'm on the block right now. Drinking. Stay on the phone with me.
Hey, fuck y'all. Hey, my arm hurt.
How you doing?
All right.
Bro. Come on, chill.
What the police? I gotta go back to my house. For what? I ain't doing nothing.
Man, you been looking for me. What I do?
Got the gun. It's a wrap.
I might die for this shit, nigga. All them homicides was on Trippz, nigga. Gang, banging that Trippz shit. Niggas calling up cause of them blue shades. My people still was right behind, and ain't no nigga pulling up in no new rave. It was cool to the gang raid. Now these tough guys just never act right. Blood can fill a whole bathtub. Let these blood brothers get baptized. Blacklisted on the bad guy, plus some dark skin, so I'm the black guy. Never see me like black ice, and we still pack cannons at shack site. Niggas say that they're the man, but the light skin brother like, really what you talking about? Niggas say you in the can, try to kill him on the track, let the people still chop him up. I ain't just anybody that'll walk around. Popcorn, only reason that they popping up. Niggas skins on my shoes like crocodiles. They know they fucking with me like a crocodile. Gang. Yelling that shit that you never been a part of. I know niggas I got waiting for the startup. D-Rose and they ain't even put his gutter. Not one person goes hard for the city on a mainstream level. Talk about the top of that product. Tell me if they ever seen a bite that is hotter. Not me out and mad that I got him. TCP relay, the nigga just a product. Think he's styling on you cause you seen him in his product. Big gun bust from a nigga look a manga. Party next door, I need a shot in a parker. Tell Jay Prince I don't give a fuck, yo. Fighting for a rap with a cut though. It's quitting in a round and it's hustler. But they agree to keep it on the hush though.
I'm blued up, I'm crewed up. For the F43G, I'm shoed up. Any nigga that really want it, I'ma bomb it. 32 shots and skeletons up the closet. You don't wanna be back down with your belly up. 4 double law niggas hopping on the heavy truck. We give bullets, but niggas don't give any bucks. Mac ain't auto, but I'll show you how to sell me buck. Type of strap you may need to get rid of me. Really take headshots. So who's guillotine? You ain't all really banging these streets. Got heat from the west, but I'll bang in the east, nigga. Crip. I rep a gang that you never been a part of. I put that on my mother and I put that on my daughter. If you just one of my brothers, then your blacks could have shot up. I'm like Welvin, yelling out God, so you ain't gotta ask Biggie Smalls who shot him. I got a Biggie pump that'll work when I pop up. Had to move work in the slum system, guap up. Now I hit the club, tell the bartender top up. The stocks well, so for lock, you'll get shot up. Now I hit the club, tell the bartender top up. The stocks well, so for lock, you'll get shot up. I might die for this shit, nigga. I done homicide to sign. Her company, GS Group.
As the owner of a construction company, finding the right people is a very difficult task. So I use ZipRecruiter.
ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology identifies the right people for your job and actively invites them. So she found the superintendent.
The job is so perfect for me. I had a career breakthrough. I would have never found this job if it wasn't for ZipRecruiter.
With ZipRecruiter, we've hired everyone from accountants to project managers to field scientists. With ZipRecruiter, we get hiring results.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And now you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.ca/Canada.
Heat and massage work chair. A home office chair with
That's
heat
not
and
a work
massage
chair.
therapy plus dynamic
This is like
variable
a
lumbar
hooker,
support at xchair.com.
It is dentist. Oh, this is a little boring. Ow. Ow. Ow.
À 18 sur le reste du pays, avec du beau fixe pratiquement partout et pour quelques heures ce matin du brouillard du Val-de-Saône à la frontière allemande. Donc beaucoup de soleil, à 2 exceptions près, la pointe ouest où la journée sera maussade et pluvieuse sur le Finistère. L'autre zone de temps gris persistant sera pour le Languedoc et le Roussillon avec de la pluie sur les Cévennes.
Très bon réveil à vous, si vous ouvrez l'œil, bienvenue sur France Info, il est 8h30.
Still a lot of winter left. Is your furnace up to it? Call Reliance Home Comfort for a repair or replacement.
Yeah,
We're here 24/7 and we'll get there fast. Reliance has over 50,000 5-star reviews, and you can count on our commitment to safety precautions. And remember to ask about our next day or we pay installation guarantee. Call today and save 30% off our featured furnace. Got a great furnace deal now. Conditions apply. Savings off our regular price. See website for details.
There are 25 Swedish words for snow. A Volvo is made to withstand all of them. Rigorously tested in Sweden's Arctic Circle, every Volvo is designed to handle even the harshest Canadian winters. So no matter the weather, Volvo's advanced safety technology is designed to help make sure you and your
than you could ever anticipate. Classic designs guided by the compassionate eye of their occupational therapist, creating the ideal alternative to downsizing or senior care considerations. Book your free consultation at
commercial radio all the time. Advertise your shit here on all commercial radio.
Goldilocks and the Three Bears.
Jesus Christ.
An unknown entity has consumed my Odin sustenance,
remarked the young ursine mammal to his parental unit, before noting,
an unknown entity has slumbered upon my bedspread.
At this juncture, the ursine familial unit ascertained the identity of the culprit.
By a bear for answering a late-night call of nature in the wilderness.
Learn more at it'shardtoread.org.
Sure, and he's also
it's hard to listen to the fucking radio, too, apparently.
We're going to get into some RUOKs here in just a few moments, but first, some text messages in our inbox at 877-399-9898. We got this one saying, that old Mortal Kombat song gave me flashbacks. And you know what? I agree. That song will never
all
get
the quarters
old.
we put into those machines.
Leo, have you done laser tag?
Yeah, once, but yes, I've done it.
Did they play the Mortal Kombat song
No.
over the speakers? What?
No, I only went once here in Richmond a few years ago with friends from the UBC, but that day they didn't play the Mortal Kombat song.
So like my iconic memory with that song, I mean, aside from playing the original video game on Super Nintendo back in the day with my friend Tyler when we lived in Port Moody, my first best friend in Canada, by the way. So a little shout out. That song Mortal Kombat theme song would play whenever my friends and I would go and play laser tag down at Planet Laser in Langley. It's just off the Langley bypass, if I'm not mistaken. My memory is a little faded of what that area actually looks like nowadays. That Planet Laser is probably not even there anymore, but if it is, hashtag shout out. But I'm telling you, Leo, there's no more of an intense feeling. The adrenaline rushing through your blood as you're running through this dark lit, neon lights everywhere, Mortal Kombat playing in the background. You've got your
went out of business last year.
laser
Nobody gave a
chest
fuck
piece
with me.
on. You've got the laser gun in front of you. Like, you're just trying to, get the high score. And then, of course, like the cheap pizza right afterwards, because it was like little birthday parties we would have at elementary school. So that theme song will always have a special place in my heart. I know, like, some of my friends, when they go to the gym or when they're working out, they still have that song in their playlist because it still gets them amped up. So my friends, of course, like, around my age, I'm currently 30 years old. We all kind of grew up with that franchise. So when we talk about the upcoming movie and the trailer that was released, yes, I can't help but the little kid in me gets a little bit.
Oh. These radio dramas, a feature of the Challenge of the Yukon Incorporated.
Jaded as a 30-year-old now, the adult in me knows that I'm probably just signing myself up for disappointment and heartbreak. But damn it, I want this one to be good. I want it to be good. 877-399-9898. You let us know. Is there a video game that you would love to see being turned into a movie or a TV show? If you got a suggestion, I would be happy to hear it. For now, let's bring in our good friend. His name is Roberto. You know what Roberto would love to see? Guitar Hero. Made into a movie. I'm not sure what that would be about, but there you go. Are you okay with joking about COVID-19?
Call 1-976.
I'm gonna give it a look. Look, I come from a culture where people make jokes about everything, including their own tragedies. But I don't know where I would stand in that, especially like in a week like this one. The two people that I actually knew, died. Like two.
I'm so sorry about that.
Yeah, well, I haven't seen them in years because now I've been living in Canada, but still. So I don't know, man. I think it's been too. I think it's been too long. This pandemic, and
you're not ready for it.
I guess I guess at first I was, and now I kind of changed my.
2 years ago, people were trying to say we need to ban face coverings in Canada, and I wasn't sure how they would make.
Which is usually a time of reduced casualties. Usually they talk about the fighting season here, which starts when the snows melt. But there had a lot of snow this year, and just like a lot of other doctors there said they've never seen so many patients from so many provinces. And this is a time when, after what happened last year with this ordeal signed between the Taliban and the United States in February, the start of the face-to-face talks between Taliban and the government, I dared to hope
these people need their
that
breath
the worst of the war was over, and yet it seems to get ever worse. But do you notice, and everyone who speaks, they talk about preparing for war and pushing for peace. Afghanistan is literally on a knife edge. It could go either way. We've just come from spending hours in the heart of the city, in the Citadel, which is the home of the
COVID-19 was a huge leap forward in the pandemic industry, and I am so excited to unveil what's up next. Introducing COVID-20.
Go back a few months,
is more transmissible than COVID-19 in every way. COVID-20 can be contracted by touching, moving, blinking, breathing, having impure thoughts, smiling too hard.
No, it's all
and
extrapolated from what I said. He kept 2 meters distance. We didn't spit in each other's faces, and I still got what he had. I called it COVID-20 because it was December
kill
when it
your
fucking
parents
happened.
faster than any virus you've ever seen. And for larger COVID lovers, we are thrilled to introduce COVID-20 Plus.
Okay, he broke out of it too.
Pizza, pasta, cupcakes, 2019. COVID 20 plus lives in everything you eat. Delivering the most delicious virus experience yet. As long as we
pay for a new charger,
So that was Jimmy Kimmel, and just joking about COVID-19, upgrading as an Apple announcement to COVID-20. Truth be told, I don't know when exactly this particular clip and joke aired on Jimmy Kimmel's show. I couldn't tell you if it was recently this week or if it was, 6 months ago. But I think the question still applies. Are you okay making jokes about COVID, whether it's 19, 20, 21? It doesn't really matter. We're talking about the same virus here. And I don't know that we are. And so if this was a recent joke made by Jimmy on his show, I still think it's tasteless. And, maybe there is some truth about humor being able to unite people during times of great challenge, emotional distress, and things of that nature. But it feels too early. It feels too soon. I mean, the United States, they're getting a ton of vaccines in terms of deliveries, and they're administrating as much as they can. But we know the situation in the United States still hasn't been to the level where everyone feels comfortable going back to normal behaviors of normal life again. And joking about it just it's tasteless to me. I don't know when we're going to be able to joke about it. I couldn't tell you. I don't know if there's a way of being able to provide some sort of timeline for this sort of thing, right? I mean, we're talking about something that is impacting and taking lives every single day. And while some comedians get away with being known as, pushing the barriers a little bit or going over the line every now and then, this felt wrong to me, and it didn't sit well with me. So Leo, I totally understand where you're coming from, because personally you've been impacted by it. Like people have literally lost their lives, and not all of us get to have that painful experience, that painful personal connection. But there's also a lot of people who are in your situation that have lost a grandparent or somebody in their family, a close friend, whatever. So it just seems like if comics are trying to get that extra guffaw, that extra laugh, you need to find better source material, because this seems tasteless, classless, and like I said, it just didn't sit right with me. Let's bring in Roberto again. Yes, Roberto. Roberto, always serious, never jokes around, very serious about loving guitar. Are you okay with teaching kids how to fight in hockey?
Why would you? I don't know what to say to that. That's probably a question for you. That's a setup more than for me here. Like I didn't experience hockey in my childhood in my youth, so I don't know. Personally, I watch like you a lot of hockey. It's usually I don't know. I know it's a big part of entertainment. Most fans enjoy and like it. I usually when they're fighting, I just do another stuff. Like that's when I go check my phone. I don't care. Like they're gonna swim, I'm gonna sit in the box afterwards. Whatever. So yeah, as for kids, so I don't care on the professional level. So I guess if I stay coherent, I wouldn't care in kids level either. So that's my first.
Well, again, you and I were not parents, right? I think we both enjoy hockey. You're a Flames fan. I'm a Canucks fan.
I think I have to hear something different.
You think that deadline now has to be pushed back?
The major concern, not only me, but everyone in Afghanistan or who have lived in Afghanistan through enormously difficult times, including the time the Taliban were ruling, the civil war. We have seen the collapse of institutions. We have seen how our institutions and government was dismantled. And therefore, the major concern all of us have is for the history to repeat itself. And then we see the collapse of institutions as a result of that. Either another brutal war or civil war re-emerge in Afghanistan when international troops, NATO and Americans leave under circumstances that there is no political settlement agreed upon. So we are hoping that from now till May, which is a good amount of time, both sides negotiate on a good faith and demonstrate that they are willing to end this bloodshed. And if they do not do that, I don't think it's practical. I mean, I'm a peace activist, but in the meantime, I know the consequences of living like that because we have seen it firsthand.
And you personally have survived an assassination attempt, so you have seen it so close up.
Very close, and in fact, not only me, many of my family. I have survived in August in my right arm, but every morning when I wake up, as Lee said, I do not want to open my phone because my daughters and family are in Kabul. I do not want to wake up with a bad news that I cannot tolerate, but I can see the rest of my people lose lives. So this is an opportunity that we need to seize, and we need to do it with a good faith, because there is no winner in war. And 4 decades, almost my life, my age, 4 decades of war, what have we gained? Destruction, injustice, discrimination, poverty. I think we have to really time for all of us, and especially with Taliban, to come and use this opportunity, because if they do not come in a good faith and agree on a political settlement,
or how to punch properly with a bit more force. It is vile, it's disgusting, it's wrong because of these kids and their age. So every time you hear like a little smacking sound, that's the sound of one of these kids getting hit in the face from the player across from him. So take a listen again.
Look, all the people here know this already.
So those smacking sounds are not just weird audio flashes; they are in literal context. Some kid's gloved fist punching another kid in the face. Now, thankfully, they've got the full mask, the full cages on, so it's not like they're actually punching them directly in the face. But the point still stands, this is not okay. And I don't know why this would ever be taught to kids as young as this at a hockey training club or some sort of academy in Russia. Maybe this is the way they want their players to play. It is sickening. Again, growing up with like Don Cherry's Rock'em Sock'em hockey, of course, there's a lot of people and an entire generation that have grown up expecting that hockey is going to bring some level of physical intensity and battles and fights. But I never think that it's okay to be teaching how to fight in hockey if you're 6 or 7 years old. Entirely distressing. If you don't want to watch the video, I suggest you don't even look for it. Know that it does.
As Sergeant Preston continued his journey, 2 men unknown to him sat on the shelter of a small cave they had found.
So I wanted to bring this up because it's apparently happening.
Short distance away. Snow or no snow, we can't stay here any longer.
Disturbing things on tonight's episode of Are You Okay? I
think we took those furs from the Indians. Those should be goners by now.
Turn a blind eye. Your reaction in the text message inbox 877-399-9898. Next, it's here, and it's on the shift.
Oh, shit.
Canada's brightest conversation in the dark of night. It's The Shift with John Jang.
We're told to save for a rainy day, but why not save for a rainy decade? You worked hard for that money, and you're about to put it in there?
About this? Only faintly. I was thinking about that report you showed me a few days ago. One Constable Henry brought down from the Circle base. About the men that were picked up on Far Island? That's right. 2 of their comrades stole their boat, they said, and their food, heading for Yukon shores. You think those 2 might have done this? Why not? Men who would do what they did to their shipmates are capable of any rotten thing. Constable, I'm starting south at once. If those men are still alive, I'll find them.
Hold on.
What are their names? McDowell and Davis. McDowell and Davis, huh? Constable, if they're alive, I'm going to get them. We'll continue our adventure in just a moment. Hey, wake up! Come and get them! They're shot from guns!
To reduce joint pain and inflammation in less.
I need a different flavor of stupid, apparently.
If the Taliban were to do a temporary reduction of violence, I
du refuge hier lorsque j'étais en Seine-Maritime. Évidemment que je vais recevoir ces jeunes du refuge pour les rassurer quant au fait que nous allons faire en sorte que cette association continue de travailler. Et puis, je pense que nous sommes en train de réfléchir à la manière dont nous allons nous investir sur ce sujet pour que la structure reparte et que le travail qui est fait continue d'être fait parce qu'il est essentiel pour cette jeunesse.
Je voudrais qu'on vienne, Elisabeth Moreno, à la question des violences faites aux femmes qu'on abordait avec cette plateforme, avec cette ligne. Qu'en dites-vous aujourd'hui de l'accueil des plaignantes, notamment dans les commissariats? Est-ce que les choses ont progressé? Il y a encore un nouveau témoignage qui est ému sur les réseaux sociaux, entraîné une réaction du ministre de l'Intérieur, de la ministre Marlène Schiappa, également, qui témoigne de la difficulté parfois d'aller déposer plainte dans les commissariats, un manque d'écoute aussi. Est-ce que les choses progressent? Parce que ça fait des...
Cher à quiconque s'y essaye, il y a pourtant une certaine liberté de parole dans le pays, sur le gouvernement, sur la société, mais il y a un sujet interdit, et ce sujet, Carole Izou, c'est la monarchie.
Ah oui, la monarchie, le dernier tabou thaïlandais. Une peine record a été prononcée il y a quelques semaines, 43.
s'est exprimé sur les réseaux sociaux le week-end dernier, ça n'était pas des violences conjugales, c'était des problèmes de voisinage. Donc, mettons aussi les choses à leur niveau. Et moi, lors du Grenelle des violences, plusieurs mesures avaient été décidées, notamment le fait d'avoir des référents au sein des commissariats et des gendarmeries, le fait de former de manière initiale et en continu les forces de l'ordre. Je veux juste rappeler que les forces de l'ordre sont le dernier rempart à ces violences. Il y a 3 gendarmes qui ont perdu la vie en fin d'année dernière en essayant de sauver une femme victime de violence, et les choses progressent et on ne peut que s'en réjouir.
Une toute petite question factuelle pour terminer effectivement sur ces violences, ces agressions sexuelles, ces viols. Éric Dupond-Moretti, le garde des Sceaux, a indiqué qu'il souhaitait effectivement que le non-consentement sexuel soit à 18 ans pour les affaires d'inceste et sinon à 15 ans. Est-ce que ça veut dire que vous allez soutenir... Il y a plusieurs...
We needed to do without an understanding of what are they capable of doing in Afghanistan. So that is the disjuncture here. We have
Kevin, make fun.
The places the kids love to go. Everywhere we celebrate our little wins. Now picture life without restaurants. These are the...
Joe LaRoche found Jack McDowell and Huff Davis and carried them back to his cabin. By some devilish miracle, they had survived a journey through snow and the terrible pangs of hunger. Joe and his wife revived the men, treating their numbed limbs and applying homemade medication.
No, kill them before they get in the house.
Gave them their beds in which to sleep.
lucky we find them before
it's too late. We must see that they live.
Distrust your dog.
So we stay here for a day or a week
your dog
until
don't
they
like
are
this
better.
reason.
No?
Might be stupid reason.
You say, Joe. We stay.
I know you say that, Annie. We make them better and strong, you bet. 5 days passed. 5 days in which the constant care shown by Joe and his wife brought McDowell and Davis from the door of death to a now very animated life.
Oh, it's good to see you eat like that. Are you sure you haven't got anything to drink around here?
Oh, I assure you, as I have done since you asked first yesterday, I have not. The wine I used to revive you was all I had.
Wine? You hear that, Jake? Who likes wine?
I assure you, monsieur, if it had not been for wine, you would not be alive to complain about it. Oh, I am sorry. I do not mean...
shut up. Maybe I'll have some more to eat after all. Hey, Annie, give me some more of that meat.
Annie, you stay there. Monsieur Davis, you will not speak to my wife like that.
What? Look, I'll speak to that squaw any way I want.
Think of it, dog, how dare you? You insult my wife. I never... Oh, Sluggy.
McDowell threw his arms around Joe, holding him as Davis leaped from his chair.
That's it, Jack. Hold him. Hold him while I get a hunk of firewood.
No, let go of me.
Good, slug him. He's breaking loose. This'll do it. Oh.
McDowell stepped back and let Joe fall to the floor from the impact of a short piece of firewood.
Look at him, I'm cool.
For what you do to my Joe, I kill you. Huh? Hey, Jack, she's got a gun. Give me that. Get out of here.
Thanks, Shub. I didn't see her go for that gun. We'll leave them and take the furs. Joe said these furs are worth more than gold. We'll take them to Sitka and sell them. The buyers are in this time of the year. You heard Joe say that?
Yeah, but maybe you don't know something, Jack. About trapping and about selling the skins. The Mounties give you a license to do that. It's something you got to pay for.
Well, we'll get around that.
I don't know much about furs, but I read where some trappers have agents to sell this stuff to the buyers. We're going to be agents for Joe LaRoche, huh? You don't believe that, huh? You'll see when it comes to. A few minutes.
That's disgusting.
And I could not speak. And I